Good morning, grade 9 students. This is Miss Moni. Today we're going to continue chapter 5, Human Genetics and Genetic Technology, lesson 1, Human Inheritance. This is the second part of lesson 1, so please open your books to page 137. The objective of the lesson, we are going to identify what is meant by sex-linked genes. Sex chromosomes, boy or girl. Girls have two matching sex chromosomes, which are called the X chromosomes. Boys have two sex chromosomes that do not match. They have an X chromosome and a Y chromosome. The Y chromosome is much smaller than the X chromosome. As you can see in the figure, the chromosomes of the girl are identical, are matching chromosomes, and these are two X's, and the boy has one X and one Y, which are one big chromosome and one small chromosome. Y is smaller than X chromosome. Sex-linked genes. The genes for some human traits are carried on the sex chromosomes. Genes found on the X or the Y chromosomes are called sex-linked genes. Alleles of the sex-linked genes pass from parents to offspring on sex chromosomes. Most of the genes on the X chromosome are not on the Y chromosome, so an allele on an X chromosome may not have a corresponding allele on the Y chromosome. Recall that the Y chromosome is smaller than the X chromosome. Females have only two X chromosomes, but males have one X and one Y. These chromosomes of the male have different genes. Like other genes, sex-linked genes can have dominant and recessive alleles. In females, two X chromosomes, a dominant allele on one X will mask the recessive allele on the other X. However, in males, since there is no matching chromosomes, the alleles do not match as well. So there is no matching allele on the Y chromosome to mask the allele on the X chromosome. As a result, many alleles on the X chromosome, even a recessive one, will show the trait in the male who inherits it. This means that males are more likely to inherit sex-linked traits that are controlled by the recessive allele. One of the traits inherited on sex chromosome is the inheritance of color blindness. Color blindness is a trait controlled by the recessive allele on the X chromosome. More males have color blindness than females, and this is because it is determined by the recessive allele on the X chromosome. Women are often carriers for the trait. A carrier is a person that has one recessive allele for the trait. Carriers do not express the trait but often pass it. In the case of sex-linked traits, only females can be carriers. To transform what is said before by a figure, let's look at this figure. A cross between two parents, a mother and a father. The mother has normal vision with a colorblind trait carried on her X chromosome. However, the father is with normal vision. After crossing these two parents, the possible offsprings will produce one normal girl, another normal girl with color blindness carrier, and one normal boy and a color-blinded boy. Why this happened? Since the boy carried the X that carries the color blindness trait. However, since on the Y we do not have the same alleles, the X is dominant and the color blindness showed on the boy. To put what is shown in the figure into a Punnett square, we can see that the father with normal vision can produce a son that is color blinded since the mother is a carrier. As a conclusion, the sex chromosomes carry genes that determine person's sex, either male or female. Females have two matching sex chromosomes, which are called the X chromosomes. Males have two sex chromosomes that do not match. They have an X and a Y chromosome. The gene for some human traits are carried on sex chromosomes. Genes found on the X or the Y chromosomes are called sex-linked genes. As an assignment for next time, please study pages 138 and 139 from the book. Complete figure 6, page 139, do the assessment exercises, page 139, and check the slides below to highlight the required information on your books. Thank you.